Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my Colourpop collection. I wasn't going to be doing this until I used the Malibu Barbie palette, but I don't know what else to film, to be honest. I can't put makeup on because I got bit by a bug and I've got a really bad swollen eyes, so I just thought I'd share all my Colourpop eyeshadow palettes with you. I think there's about 30 in total. I don't know if I'm going to be getting rid of any, but I'd just like to show you the collection. So there's some up there and then there's some in my drawer, so we'll go through them ones first. I think we'll start off with 9 pans, so pretty much it's basically those there. So let's get into it. Right guys, so I don't know where my spray is, so I might just use, I've got some white from this drawer, so I might just use them. A lot of them might not need that much of a clean up anyway. I've only used all of these palettes probably once to do a few different looks on camera. So we're going to start off with Blush Crush. So I got this from my really good friend Karen. Let's turn the lighting down. It's a really pretty everyday palette, isn't it? Let me know guys if you've got any of these palettes. It reminds me of a wedding themed palette with all the like flowers on. So yeah, and that's what that one looks like. So absolutely stunning. We will swatch a few shades as I go because you guys tell me that you like the swatches. I wasn't too sure when I did the first couple of videos, but I really like, when I watch collection videos, I really like to see swatches, but they can have a habit of dragging on, can't they? But especially if you chat like I do as well. You're a bit of a chatty Cathy. Yeah, so as I said in the intro, I mean, I'm a little bit bummed out guys because I just got to the stage of filming my last look with the avocado toast palette and I got this bite in my eye. I'm hoping it's not going to last too much longer. I went to the pharmacy last night and I got some antihistamines, but I've got epilepsy and they gave me antihistamines that epileptics are meant to avoid. So epileptics aren't supposed to, I hate the word epileptic, but people with epilepsy aren't supposed to take cetirizine hydrochloride or Benadryl. So I'm hoping they can just give me some Claritin or something like that. But yeah, I definitely need to exchange them for something else because I am not taking the risk of having a seizure off those drugs that they gave me last night. And fair enough, let me just tell you the story. Fair enough, I did go in later. I did go in as the pharmacy was about to close, so it's partly probably my fault, but there was still like 10 minutes. The pharmacist had his coat on ready to leave, so he was really wanting to get out the door. So as far as I'm concerned, if you've got customers in, then you should serve them. And it should only be then that you put your coat on. But I wasn't too bothered about him having his coat on. They was about to close. What I am bothered about is he is a pharmacist. He's given me, it's not like I just saw someone and they provided them over the counter. I actually spoke to the pharmacist inside and he said that it was okay for me to take those drugs, and that's fine. So if I wasn't vigilant, which I always am when it comes to taking new meds, I could have taken that tablet or one of those tablets and I could have had a seizure last night, and that is really bad news for me because I don't live with anyone. To get into my block of flats you need, it's intercom based basically, so you need a fob, and you also need a set of keys obviously. My mum does have a front door key to get in, but she would only probably come round if I wasn't to go round in the evening because I see her every evening, and that could be too late. I'm not being dramatic or anything, but I've known people who have epilepsy who've had a serious epileptic seizure and have died from it. So you know, you have to be careful about what you're taking. So yeah, that's that. Right, now we'll go back to the palette. Sorry guys, I just wanted to share with you my trauma. This one is gorgeous. This one especially, Popper Bottle, is really nice. It's like a duochrome. very, very light, so I'm going to swatch it a few times. Yeah, that's definitely a duochrome. And then we've got this one here, Blossom Up. That is so stinking pretty. Not going to swatch them all, just my favourite shades. It is a bit chunky though, I will give it that. What else do I like in here? I like this Cheek to Cheek. I'm not a lover of the really light ones. I like that Cheek to Cheek. Oh, that's really, really pretty. And I think I like Enamoured. Here. Let me just wipe my fingers off. Right, so that's what they look like. This one reminds me of a shade in the Fenty palette. If you've watched my high end, you'll know which one I mean. But yeah, that's really, really pretty. Yeah, so I'm sorry to go on then, guys. I just wanted to give you my little story or rant, in whichever way you want to look at it, about what happened at the pharmacy last night. I just can't believe he served me. I could basically tell that he wasn't happy with me, because I went last thing in the evening. He just put the tablets down on the counter and said to the girl behind the counter, look, can you serve her with those tablets? And he didn't check if I could take those tablets. What he said to me was, he said, well, have you never taken them before? And I said, no. I said, I don't tend to just take anything. With me having epilepsy, you know, I like to run it by the doctor most times. And he said, well, have you never taken Claritin or any antihistamine? And I said, well, no, I haven't. And he's like, right. And he just put them down, without actually checking to see if I could take them. So the next one up is Going Coconuts. This is the most neutral, and this is my oldest Colourpop 9 pen. I got this one first. Right, so I've not used it in a really long time, but I like Cocoa Crush and De Coco, these two here. Quite like that palm reader for in a corner. Look at those. Yeah, so I wasn't too sure whether you guys actually like swatches, like live swatches, close-up swatches like this, until my lovely ladies from Steph's group, Karma Chameleon, which I'm now a chameleon. They've really been really welcoming, and I love it for that. Thanks Steph, thanks ladies for welcoming me so much into the group, and thank you for your support on the last few videos as well. I really do appreciate it. So Steph, if you don't know who she is Not Your Basic Steph, and I'll put the other ladies in that group into this video as well. I'll put all the channel names, because it's too many to remember off the top of my head. I'll put all their names in my description as well, so you can go and check their channels out, but I'm just getting to know them. So a couple of them I already know and I've been subscribed to a while, like Mary Moods and Makeup, really love her, and Erica Conga, really love her channel as well. They're amazing women and so beautiful and talented at makeup, so I would really recommend that you go and check out their channels. Anyway, without further ado, let's just swatch a couple of mattes as well. So Lovely Bunch, oh that's a beautiful neutral, and Shell Yeah. That's gorgeous. So that's making me, because of that one, that's making me want to get rid of my Too Faced, what's it called? I always forget the name of it. It's because I'm not really a fan of the palette. But it's like a natural one like that as well. I'll leave it in the video somewhere. I mean, there's only so many natural eyeshadow palettes you can keep in your collection. Especially if you don't tend to wear browns a lot, which I don't. But I do like to have things like this for work, really. I mean, I'm hoping to go back to work soon when my health gets better. I'm sick of being ill, guys, sick of it. Next up, I think Karen also got me this one. It's Making Mauves. Or did I get it? I don't know. Karen, if you're watching, let me know. I don't know whether I got that or she got it for me. I think I might have got it actually from Beauty Boxes by Tammy. I'm unsure. So that's what that one looks like. Love this one as well. Can't really clean these up without smudging. Right, let's just call that a day. I prefer the plastic packaging. I love these 3 shades here. They're so wet and foiled looking. That one's called Bicoastal. That one's called Le Mode. And that one's called Mauve on Top. Let's swatch these for you. That one's a bit gritty. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, look at that one. It's got, I don't think the camera's going to pick it up, but it's got glitters in it. And then we've got some really nice mattes in here as well, which are mauve toned. What have we got? We've got this sequin shade here, which, yeah, you can see it. Can you see those glitters? That is absolutely stunning. That one's called Tongue Tied. This one is called Big Fig. You've got a really nice deeper one here to deepen out your crease, which is called Marquee. So let's swatch those bottom 3. Right, this one here you can't really see that much, so we'll probably need to swatch that a few times. Oh, that's a perfect neutral shade. Really nice for the outer V, that one. Isn't that pretty? Let me just swatch that again. That is pretty. Sorry. Right, so these cardboard ones I'm not going to clean up because I'm just smudging the makeup around the palette. The plastic ones I should be able to though. Right, I've got a couple more, well, only one actually. I've got this really gorgeous Coaster Coral one here. Absolutely love these kind of shades for this time of year. I don't know why I've not brought it out. My favourite shade I think is this one here, which is called Diver. I really like the keys as well. So Diver, the keys and Atoli, these are my favourite, and they're all the shimmers. Just look at that one. I think that one's called Diver. Let's have a look. Yeah, Diver. That one's called Diver. That one is absolutely stunning. Let's swatch that first. Oh my gosh. Why haven't I worn that at all this summer? That one is called the Keys next to it, which is really, really pretty. And then this one is called Atoli. Anyone else just a sucker for peach coral eyeshadows like I am? Oh my gosh, so pretty. Yeah, so I've only got one more eyeshadow palette, then I can do a least favourite to favourite of all, well not all, I've already done a video on these Colourpop 9pan palettes, least favourite to favourite, so that's already up on the channel. I'll link it to this video in case you haven't seen it. I'll put it in the cards or something like that. So when it comes to mattes, love this one here, that one's called Anemone, and I love this. I love these two down here as well. So we've got Queensland and Angelfish. So let's swatch these. Now that's like a really vibrant coral. That'd make a really nice blush. I'm really into the orange blush trend at the moment. Absolutely love it. Now I did get an Oden's Eye blush, and that's orange, but I'm a bit disappointed with it, guys. Now, it said on, I'm sure it either said on the website or somebody showed it to me, that there was 2 glowy blushes, and I thought this one was one of them because it said that it was Peach Gleam. That's the shade name of it. I've done a short on it, so by the time you watch this video you will have already seen it, so I'm going to show it to you now considering we're talking about like these kind of shades like oranges and peaches and whatnot. I just thought it would be nice to show you what the blush looks like. So let me just open this drawer here. Right, so first of all, amazing packaging, being how absolutely stinking pretty is that. So it's from Oden's Eye and it's called the Solmane collection or Solmon collection, and I believe that means sun and moon. They do highlighters as well, which I need to pick one up. So it just looks like that. It doesn't tell you on the back which blusher it is, and it's really difficult to get out of the packaging. I guess that's a good thing, so it doesn't move all over the place in transit. Right, but guys, look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. The packaging is absolutely gorgeous, that's not the issue, and then that's what it looks like. So I think I'm gonna need to turn the light down. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's glitters in it, but that's an overspray, guys. So that's an overspray. I'm going to swatch it. The only thing is I don't want to ruin the imprint. I don't mind swatching where it says Solmane though. I don't mind ruining that. Right. So you can see there is no shimmer there, but it does look like a satin. It doesn't look completely matte, so that makes me feel a little bit better. Excuse me, my voice is going on me. And then let's put this back in. I'm going to be bringing this out next Shop My Stash for sure, which I don't know when that is because I'm being delayed at the moment with my eye. I was already being delayed probably by a week, so it could be at this point 2 weeks before I do the next one. It could be basically a month since I did my last Shop My Stash, whereas I like to do them every 2 weeks. So as you can see, this is Peach Gleam. It's absolutely stunning though, isn't it? I do actually really like that a lot. That blusher would go so well with this Coastal Coral palette. And I do actually have, let's put that there, I do actually have Baby Got Peach, because this came out first and I wanted this for years, and then I found the Coastal Coral. I can't remember, but I think Coastal Coral went to Ulta first. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure it did. I'm sure you guys will be able to let me know in the comments, especially you guys from the US, because my facts aren't always right. I'm in a Colourpop group on Facebook, so I rely on their facts. So Baby Got Peach, guys. So these are more peach. I've taken the glitters out. I don't really like Colourpop's pressed glitters, and the reason for that is they're not safe for the eye area. Colourpop have said on so many occasions don't use them around the eyes. Now if you don't know anything about me, when I was very young, my friend, we had a disagreement. She had sherbet in her hand and she kind of like, not knowing what she was doing, she was really young, probably about 9 or 10, and she threw some at me, not expecting it to go in my eye or anything, and it kind of went in my eye. As you know, sherbet is an acid, and I had to wear an eye patch for 6 weeks, and the the eye specialist at the hospital said if it went any closer to my pupil I would have been blind in that eye. So I've got a severe stigma in my left eye now. You'll be able to notice it on camera. That is kind of a lazy eye. I'm kind of like letting you guys know my faults now, but it's just what it is basically. I do wear glasses and the lens in my left eye is a lot stronger than the one in my right eye, just purely because of that. So let's get into the swatches of this. I didn't mean for this video to be like a health. So we've got this one here, it's called Get Even. And then these two here are so similar. I don't really like it for these shades, I've got to admit. Could probably get rid of this one. I really like the Coastal Coral, but I really like that shade there. Oh my gosh. It's like that one from the Coastal Coral palette. Don't know how this one makes me feel. And then, I mean, what I could do is put both these palettes in a magnetic palette. I might do that, you know. I'm probably not going to keep all all 8 shades from this. I do really like this one. I feel like it would go really nice with some of the mattes in this palette. I do genuinely feel Coastal Coral is better. So yeah, I think what I'll do is not destroy them. I hate the word destroying, but like bringing them apart and getting more use out of them. I've already done that with some of these palettes, you'll see that in a second. So I really like this Centerfold shade here, which has got hard pan on, so I need to try and get that off. I really like these browns down here. So we've got Ochre and then Half Baked. So the mattes, oh, that's pretty. That again would make a really nice blush. Oh, that one would even make a really nice blush. So I nearly bought the BH Cosmetics Bellini face palette, and part of me still wants it, but I have got so many nice face palettes that I want to start rotating through them and shop my stashes, and I don't really need it. I'm sure I've got a lot of peach blushes that I wouldn't really need that. But yeah, I nearly bought it just for like one blush in there. It looks really orange based. I'm going to leave a picture on this video around this section where I'm talking about it, just so you can see what I mean. But it is a stunning palette. Right, so we can clean that one up, can't we, because that's plastic packaging. So get that glitter out. So how do you guys feel about Colourpop? Yeah, very mixed reviews. Like me personally, I went on such a mad Colourpop spree last year, and some of the Colourpop collection that I've got is absolutely gorgeous formula. A lot of it is probably the 12 pan eyeshadow palettes that I love, which we'll get to in a second. But yeah, that's the Baby Got Peach, and some people say, oh, I really don't like it. Now in my opinion, this formula is better than Revolution. I used to love Revolution. I used to love Revolution with a passion. I had so many Revolution palettes this time 2 years ago, and I've slowly brought them out of my collection just because I don't like the formula. I was saying it in my premiere last night, I do actually prefer I Heart Revolution to Revolution. I've got a couple of the XX Revolution palettes as well. I'm still to use one. And also because I wanted to make the perfect summer pastel palette, so I'll show you that in a second. So it's pointless me showing you that because they're all gone. Let's find out the other palettes. This one and this one. So these two were also from that collection. I got the Vault. So this was on sale when I got it. So we've got Miss Bliss, as you can see. There's no eyeshadows there either. I really like this little collection that they brought out, and I love the palette that I've created, which I'll show you in a sec. I want to keep these though, just in case those eyeshadows need to go back there. Then we've got the Aura and Out, which is my favourite of the three. You can see I put all the glitters there. So I wouldn't even know what names they are, but I know that one's come out of, I think the peach one, Baby Got Peach, and these ones have come out of these palettes, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I'll be able to tell you when we go through the rest of the 9 pans. So if you've got a favourite Colourpop palette as well, guys, let me know what it is. Let me go and get that palette now and show you what I've done with it. Right, so I've got it. I just need to get through to show you because there's not much space here. Okay, right, so I keep them in this little Anastasia palette here, and this is what it looks like. So I'll just talk you through it. So these ones down here, I think there's 8 in total, yeah. So 2, 4, 6, 8, they're from the Glam Shop So I'm doing a multi-pastel Monday. I do it every 2 weeks. I've already done a couple of videos where I'm testing these shades here. And then all these here are Colourpop from the tie-dye collection. And I think there's one in here from Just My Look as well. One of these chartreuse greens at the top. And then these ones here is from a company called... well, the palette was called Pretty Little Palette or something like that, and I think it was the rainbow one, and I really like these shades out of it. All the other shades are just decluttered, but yeah, it's kind of a mishmash, it's kind of a mishmash of a palette, but I really love the way it's turned out. Really pastel for spring and summer months, so that can just go there because that's going back. I don't think I'm decluttering anything from this collection though, guys. So we've got the Lilac You a Lot. I think my niece wants this if I do declutter it. Oh, I can't give it to her like that. I think there's some purples in... actually, I think they're in here. Yeah, they're out of here. Basically, this is my dupe for the Pastel Dreams palette by Give Me Glow. If I want to give her that palette, I'll have to put those 2 shades back in, which is fine. I can get some purples from a different palette, so I might do that. But yeah, that's basically where the purples are. And then this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. I really like this shade here called Cloud. It's another duochrome. And then this is a duochrome here as well. It's called Wake Me. I didn't really like this palette though when I used it, to be honest. And then this one I think is a duochrome as well, actually. I think I might keep it. Trainwreck. If she wants it, I might buy her her own for Christmas. Oh yeah, that's really nice. So was that. They're just not the most pigmented, and that's why I thought I'd pass it on. Yeah, it's really nice. I think I'll keep it. They do a deeper purple one, don't they? What's that one called? Lilac You a Lot, and I'm having brain freeze. That deeper purple one, I might buy that deeper purple one if it's still on Beauty Boxes by Tammy, because I feel like she'll like that more. So that's Lilac You a Lot. One of my favourite palettes, and I think I need to get a new one, is this Colourpop Her Honey. I bought it off Depop and I don't know how long they had it. And again, one of the shades is missing because it's in that Self-Made palette here. So that one's come out of the Her Honey. So yeah. Other than that though, really like it. I really like that shade there. That one's called Dandy and Queen Bee. Let's just swatch all these shimmers. So Sunburst, Dandy and Queen Bee. If you're into yellow, guys, you can't deny those are nice eyeshadows to use for a yellow look. Beautiful shimmers. The shimmers feel fine, but that yellow that I've got, it does have a bit of hard pan on, so I'll try that good old sticky tape trick and try and remove that. Let's have a look at the rest. These ones on the bottom row are really pretty. So we've got Totally Buggin', that feels fine. Oh Behave feels fine, and Buzzkill. A little bit of hard pan. That's that. And I've got some singles as well, but I feel like I want to do the singles in a separate video, so I think it's going to be too long. If it's not too long, then I'll put them in this video, but yeah, I feel like it will be. Next up, we've got the Mint to Be really nice eyeshadow palette, and that's what that one looks like. So we'll swatch all these shimmers here. We're lucky in this palette, we're getting 4 shimmers. Normally you only get 3. So I really like this Play It Cool shade. So swatch that. We'll swatch the shades and then I'll tell you what I've swatched. But oh my gosh, that is super stinking pretty. So that one. That one. that one. That one's a bit chunky. And that one. Oh my gosh, look at them. So I had the e.l.f. Mint to Be quad, and I actually got rid of it because the formula wasn't as nice as this. I think I might have given that to my mum. So yeah, I've just swatched Play It Cool, Mint Tea, Mojito Umami and Freshman. So they're all them 4 shades there. And then they've got some really nice mint green mattes, so just do a couple of these. We'll do this real pretty, so that's what them look like. That's pretty clean, that doesn't need a clean up. And then the last one, no it's not the last one, I've got a few more. We've got the Just My Look. It's probably one of my favourites. Yeah, I thought so. I've put in Mary Jane, which is going to be, I think it's this one here. Yeah, I'm sure it's that one there, so we'll swatch that one. Oh, this one has my heart, guys. Look at how chartreuse green that is. Oh my gosh. If you like a chartreuse green, how can you not like that? And then we've got this really nice olive green that I love in this palette, which is called Olive You. Do you know what I'm thinking, right? As I'm like going through these swatches with you guys, Andy, why haven't you used these more than you've used them? Because what I do is I buy palettes like this and I review them for the channel, and then I buy more and more and more. Does anyone else do that? Is anyone else guilty of just buying, not just to review, you like the palette when you see it and then it goes to the back of the drawer, or in my case the shelf, and you just don't use it again? But these will be coming out. Like, I'm not planning on getting really any more eyeshadow palettes. There's things that I want, of course there's always going to be things that I want, but I'm getting Utopian Dreams by Pat McGrath for Christmas off my mum. Well, it's a Christmas and birthday present, so I know that I'm going to be getting that, and I don't know what else I want to be purchasing around Black Friday time, but I'm really going to try and not get anything between now and November. It's going to be hard, guys. We're only just in August, but it's only 3 months. I mean, surely I can wait 3 months. And I have just got the Cosmic Brushes Serenity palette. I've put up a couple of shorts in Cosmic Brushes. I've commented on one of those short videos, which was amazing. They were really great. Indie brand. Thank you, Naomi, for letting me know who they are. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, I've just got that. I'm really hoping that I'm going to get my Glamlite Ice Cream Dream palette, but that seems to be lost at the moment. So I might, well, I do have to put a claim in, or I do have to do an investigation, or the company does that I've got it from. They don't seem to want to have a look at my emails. Discount Beauty Boutique, you're never going to be watching this in a million years, but please read your emails and please get back in contact with me ASAP to sort this out. It's not fair to leave your customers not knowing whether they're going to get a palette or not. And what else do we have? We've got 2 greens that are similar, 50/50, Big Banks. So that's Big Banks, and that's 50/50. They're actually not that similar. Oh, it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. It took me a long time, guys, to kind of, loads of people were saying, well, if you don't use the eyeshadows, then why don't you collate a palette, a magnetic palette together? And I didn't want to destroy them because they come in quite nice packaging. I didn't want to destroy the packaging, but it makes no sense just to have them in like the individual plastic palettes if I'm going to get to use them more like this. It makes more sense to do something like this, I feel like, because I've gotten so much. What I need to get is one of those label makers. So just as I was talking about the Just My Look palette, excuse me, the battery died, so I've just charged it up. So that's what it looks like. We've done the swatches on it. I don't think I'd done the mattes though, so let's just swatch a couple of the mattes. I mean, I may have done, but... Right, so that's 4 of the mattes. So we've got kind of a nice mint green there. And then... that mint green one's not really showing up. Let's do another one. So there are the swatches. That one's not the best. That one's like an olive green. But yeah, it's not so bad. And then I think we've just got 4 more smaller palettes. And I think they're all Disney themed. Just trying to get this eyeshadow off. Right, so that's, how many have I got here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's all 12 of them. Let's get the others. Oh, I've got 15, no, 16 altogether then. So we're going to go through these ones now. So really I should put these ones back on the shelving unit, shouldn't I? Or at least out of frame. Yeah, I'll pop them on my bed and I'll sort them out after the video's ended. Okay, so are we seeing that? Zoom in a bit. Right, that's better. So we've got this beautiful Disney Tinkerbell palette. Absolutely adore it. Look at the artwork on that though, guys. If any of you guys got this in your collection, when I used it for the first time, I wasn't overly impressed with it because I'd seen this collection and I really liked the look of it. I also got one of the lip tints as well, I guess you can call it. What is it they're called? Oh, glossy lip stains, and that one is in the shade Tinkerbell. Keep it in the packaging because it's super cute. I don't wear it that often, but that's what that looks like. So anyway, I got that and I got this eyeshadow palette. I think I just placed this order, and I'd been looking forward to it for ages, well, ever since it was released, and as soon as it came in I wanted to play with it, and I really didn't like it, but I've used it since and I like it a lot more now. So let's show you the shimmers. So that's that one, that's the bronzy gold, the green, right, so let me tell you what I've swatched. So I've swatched Small Fairy, I've swatched Tink, Pixie Dust, Neverland and Place Between. Right, so that's the swatches. Right, so I'll just explain the reason why I didn't really like it that much. So this shade here, Second Star, and this shade here, Big Magic, they're so similar on the eyes, guys. Big Magic in the pan might look a bit deeper, and it is, but on the eyelids, look, even on the fingers they look so similar. You can tell that one's lighter, but on the eyelids, you know, when you use both of them together, it's like this one just blends away completely. I guess that one is really in the palette more of a blending shade. It's my skin tone, so I can use that to set my base. But so Big Magic is really nice. So the second time I used it, I don't think I even used that one. I just went in with Big Magic. That's why I liked it better. And then of course you've got the deeper green mattes, which are called Sleep and Awake. They're really pretty. Sleep, Awake. So Awake's going to give you that really nice smoky eye. So I do like it, and even if I didn't like it, I'd keep it for the magnificent packaging. Is that just me who does that, or do quite a few of you guys get all nostalgic for packaging? Now, for me personally, I'm a really big Disney fan. I absolutely love Disneyland in Paris. I've been to Disneyland Hong Kong as well, and every time I say that, people say, I didn't know there was a Disneyland in Hong Kong, and neither did I. My ex surprised me, he didn't tell me even when he booked tickets to Hong Kong. His best friend lived out there and he wanted to go and visit him, And one day he said to me, he said, I've got a surprise for you. And I'm like, oh, okay. What are we doing? Where are we going? And we end up in Disneyland Hong Kong. It's not as good as Disneyland Paris, but it was so nice to be there. And it was so nice that he did that for me. Disney Tinkerbell Sprinkler Little Magic Palette, love that. But more than that, I absolutely love this one. So this is quite new. I got this off my sister for my birthday. My birthday's in February, but it didn't come out till after February, so she just bought me this, I think around April time. So it's the Colourpop in the Limelight palette. Absolutely stunning, stunning, stunning. Looks like that. And I didn't think I wanted this palette. I thought it was too similar to the Tinkerbell palette. It's not, guys. Let's just open it up so you can see how not similar they are. In my little world, when I saw them, I was like speaking to my friend over at Beauty Dreams by Naomi. I'm like, I don't need them. They are so similar. The only thing similar is that they've got greens in them. I mean, that shade and that shade look similar in the pan, but I've done swatches on them and they're not similar at all, guys. In past videos you may have seen, but they're so similar I don't need it. This one, in my opinion, is nicer. So I'm going to do some swatches on this. I absolutely love this palette. Look at that. So that's the highlighter shade. Then we've got a matte sequin shade there. Then that's the like chartreuse green shimmer. There's another chartreuse green shimmer. You can definitely see where I'm going with this palette. So Naomi encouraged me to get this. Have you used this yet, Naomi? And if so, what did you think? I can't remember seeing a video of you using it on your channel, but maybe you have and I've just forgotten about it. And then we've got this one here, down here, this shimmer called Palms. So I guess like it's all pretty much chartreuse grains, which is why I like it. It's right up my street. And Miami, those are the two deepest grains, and then we've got a brown which is called Layout to deepen it out a little bit. Oh, that one's not very I think Miami's got hard pan on it. Yeah, so I really like it. This one was the last one to come into the collection. Right, so this palette was the last one to come into the collection. And that was, I would say, April time for sure. It is really, really nice. And it's very sentimental to me as it was a gift. Right, and then we've got the Star Wars The Child palette. They've since brought some more Star Wars palettes out. They're not really my colour story, but this one was. I mean, I'm not overly impressed with the formula on some of these eyeshadows. So, Precious Cargo, it barely shows up. It's going to show up now because my hand's wet. See, shows up, but I mean, it's so nice and so pretty. It's nice for the inner corner, but it's showing up on the hand now because my hand's damp from cleaning it off. So there's that one, and then we've got Right Hand Mando, The Force, and Sipping Soup. So we'll swatch them. Them two especially feel chunky, and I think that's why I don't like the formula. I hate chunky eyeshadow. That one feels the most chunkiest. And that one's, it's nice, but it's kind of lackluster from what I remember. I'm just going off memory. And then we've got some really nice mattes down here. I'll just do finger swatches of these. Right, so they're called Little Frog, which is a sequin shade, Float Your Crib, and Droid Protocol. And that's what they look like. So yeah, I'm just going to do finger swatches of those. And then they're the shimmers. I want to get through this relatively faster than the others because they've been like an hour long, and some of you guys say that you really like it and you don't mind the fact that it's an hour long, but I know that some of you do. Right, so another one that I wasn't really keen on. Love, love, love the packaging, guys. It is so cute. Disney Frozen. My mum's favourite character is Elsa. And it looks like this. Now, I really, really like this shade here. They're really hard to read because they're in fancy writing. Cuddle Close. So that one's Cuddle Close, and it's a duochrome. It's a white to pink shift. But I have got so many eyeshadows like this in my collection. If you've watched my entire collection, you'll know that by now anyway. Turn the light down just for a brief second so you can see it. Yeah, that's showing up better. I think I'm going to leave it like that for a second, and just when I'm doing the swatches. Then we've got, I think, Northern Lights. I wanted this one to be a really, really good shade, and I mean, it's just not as pigmented, and can you see how chunky it is on my fingers as well? I mean, it's showing up on the hand, but like when it goes on the eyelids, it's not as pigmented as I want it to. This silver though, guys, is everything. If you like a good silver eyeshadow, which I can take or leave, it is just so metallic, so foiled. So I wanted Northern Lights to be like that, and it just isn't. Look at that. I mean, come on, look at it. I wish those two were like that. And then let me just take these off and let me show you ones I really don't like. And even if I use this palette again, I wouldn't use them. They're just awful to work with. Absolutely awful. These two at the bottom. Real patchy. I mean, I used them in the video because I wanted to see if I could get them to work, but they were so patchy. I mean, I don't know if it's going to show. Yeah, you can even see some patchiness here on that one. That one's not too bad. So those shades are, what are they? Awakened and Spindrift. So it's a beautiful, beautiful palette, but the packaging for me is far better than the actual eyeshadows inside it. See, this is what I mean with some of my Colourpop palettes. The formula, because I've tried so many different formulas from Colourpop, I've gotten to kind of know what I like and what I don't like, and some of these 9 pans I just don't like them, but I want to keep them for the packaging because Disney is absolutely adorable. I mean, look at her, look how adorable she is. The artwork on that is just stunning. It's got glitter on it. And even if it didn't have glitter on it, you know, she just looks super pretty. She looks sad though, doesn't she? So that's that. Then we've got this one, this Grandeur one. It is so kind of grungy. And I don't normally do grungy eyeshadow, but I love this one. Oh, the packaging is just the same. Look at that. Absolutely adore it. Right, so let's do the shimmers first. There's only 3. Right, so that's the 3 shimmers. And we've got kind of another blue-brown shade here that I tend to really like in palettes that I've got kind of 10 times over at this point. But those shades are so nice. So those shades are House, which is spelled H-A-U-S. Like Lady Gaga's brand. Then we've got Lavish, and then we've got Need, and then we've got some really nice shades down here. These are sequin shades, so we've got Jolie and Monaco, so let's swatch those. So they look like that. Really smooth. And then I'm just going to do, I'll swatch the others, but just on the fingers. And that's what kind of the neutral to deeper browns look like. I may as well just swatch them. So they're not ideal because I've just kind of swiped them. But yeah, that's what they look like. Then the last 9 pan, by the looks of it, looks like it's this High Tide one, which my friend Karen also sent to me. She sent this with the, I can't remember what it's called, but you get 2 Super Shocks with it as well. So you'll see that when I get to my Super Shock collection. I don't think it's going to be a part of this collection. We'll do that separately. So that looks like that. You can see I've used this current shade so much. Right, so when I used it for the video, I did, I think, 3 looks with it. It, like, to me, teal on me isn't the right shade. So I use kind of these darker shades in this shade here. I've managed to get it to work for me now because I use this with my Mint to Be palette, and that's how I like to use it. And I like to kind of gravitate towards the lighter shades in this palette. I really do like the shimmers, but then to use it with like kind of this mint green here and maybe just deepen it out a little bit, but like with the deeper shades I don't tend to like it. It might be that I'm not technically the best when it comes to like smoky eyes, but yeah, I'll show you what we've got here. So we've got Currants, Free Floating, Must See. Right, so we've got the mint green and then 2 shimmers there. So let's show you. That mint green matte is gorgeous. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. We've got a really dark shimmer, so let's swatch that. That one's called Muscle Beach. Oh, that is absolutely stunning as well. Looks kind of like it's got a brown duochrome shift too. And then I'll show you the darker ones just on my fingers. They just, like, for my skin tone, they feel too dark. So we've got Urchin, New Wave and Luna, which are the darker ones. Like, these 2 I could probably get to work, but that one is just too dark for my skin tone. Yeah, that's way too dark. Unless I just use that with kind of the mint green and use that as a outer V shade and lash line shade to deepen everything out. Because I don't really like to go too dark and too smoky. I don't think it suits me. But I do really like that palette. Karen was saying, look, you know, if there's anything that I've sent you that you really don't like, just declutter or pass it on. But I won't do that. 1, it's part of my Colourpop collection, and 2, it's a gift. I don't like giving gifts away. I prefer to keep them. But yeah, that is a really beautiful palette, is it not? And the packaging on this is so gorgeous. It's like the 3D effect. It's so pretty. So that's my entire Colourpop collection. So how many have we got? Let's just calculate these. Right, so we've got 18 9 pans, guys. This isn't all my 12 pans. I've got some in the drawer, but we're just going to clean these off. Well, not even clean them off. We're just going to do some swatches and I'm going to show you the collection. Yeah, we're just going to talk about the collection that I've got now. So we're really coming to an end. There's a few in the drawer, that's it. So we've got this Disney Lizzie McGuire eyeshadow palette. For so long when I got this, I just couldn't stand that little character there. I know it's meant to be Lizzie McGuire, but I would have preferred the palette without it. Like I was saying, you know, I would have preferred it just like that. I feel like the tie-dye and then the Lizzie McGuire, What Dreams Are Made Of, you know, kind of represented it. And then there's this little figure here. I don't mind it now. Kind of got used to it. This palette's stunning, guys. Absolutely stunning. It's got a couple of chartreuse greens, which are right up my alley. It's got a peach in it. It's got some purples in it here. Some sequin shades here, which I don't actually mind the sequin shades, but it does have a glitter in it, which I'm not overly keen on. I'm just going to leave the glitter in there and just not use it. But yeah, let me show you some of my favourite shades out of here. Definitely that one. I mean, look how pigmented it is. Did I need it? No, because I've got quite a few of this kind of shades in my other Colourpop palettes. What shade's that? That one's called Dear Diary. And then we've got this Cutie. I also didn't need that because I've got this shade in other Colourpop palettes too. But I mean, needing something and wanting something, there's a fine line, isn't there? As all us makeup lovers know. And then we've got Outfit Rememberer and Hello Fabulous. And I think these are quite chunky. Yeah, that one, that pink is definitely chunky from memory. I knew that. That's more, to me, that's more of an inner corner. And then we've got this purple. Quite nice, but still it's not the best Colourpop palette. I haven't done my 12 pan, so I don't want to spoil it. I don't know where they're going to rank at the moment, to be honest. We're going to swatch these sequin shades. So we've got So Mature and Outfit Repeater and Digital Bean. I do really like these ones. So that's what they look like. Shall we quickly put them on the hand? Pretty. Okay, so that's a close-up of the palette. Now if they've got glitters in it, I'm not going to swatch them. I don't want glitter all over my hand. Let me know if you use the glitters from the Colourpop palette and what do you think of them, because in all Colourpop palettes they tell you not to use them, and I have used them myself in a few videos. Well, I've used them in every video when I've reviewed the palette. And just been really careful and used a glitter glue. But just let me know your thoughts. This one is the Good as Gold palette. I absolutely adore it. So looks like that. Stunning packaging, and these shades are right up my street. I love gold eyeshadow, so let's just swatch my favourites. I think my favourite, definitely, no, that's the glitter. See, that's the glitter there. I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong, and it is gorgeous for Christmas. But if I use it, I will be really careful with it. Just because I've got one bad eye and I don't want to make it worse. So, right. Oh no, it was this one, Gold Star, that I really like. So we've got Gold Star, we've got O Team, and we've got Golden Tooth, which are the shimmers. That one is really chunky. I don't know if you've seen it on camera, but those are the shades. Let's swatch them. Look at that though, guys. That one's really chunky but really foiled. That's so pretty. This one here is a gold and it's got orange glitters running through it, and that's why it's a little bit chunkier than the other ones. I'm using all my wipes here. I'm going to have to buy some more. And there's a shimmer here that I've not swatched. I don't really rate it that much. It's called Digging You. I mean, it's alright. It's just not as pigmented as the other ones. Really love this mustard shade here called Trooper. So shall we swatch some of these mattes? Oh, there's another shimmer down there. That's really beautiful as well, that shimmer. So that shimmer is called Nugget About It. And then we'll swatch that shade, and that's it. So that's the matte, and then that's another matte. Just ignore that because that was that Nugget About It shade. So really nice mustard yellow, and then that's the sequin shade. So let me tell you what shades I just swatched. So Bold Rush, and then Trooper there, and that's all the shades that we've swatched. Gorgeous. I'll probably try and do a look with that again at Christmas. It was a Christmas palette that Colourpop brought out a few years ago now, I think. I didn't buy it when they released it, so it's not that old for me. But look at that butterfly on the palette though, guys. It is so stinking cute, is it not? Right, and then we've got the... Right, so this kind of was a set. I don't think I got them as a set though. So we've got the Boudoir Noir, and the Menage a Moi. They came out together. I'm not too sure where I got it from, Colourpop or Beauty Boxes by Tammy. If I got them from Beauty Boxes by Tammy, I would have bought them individually. If I got them off Colourpop, I probably bought them in a set. Part of me saying Colourpop, but I'd need to check my Colourpop account, which seems like too much hard work. So Boudoir Noir. I think I preferred this one over the Menage a Moi. So that looks like that. I think they came out for Valentine's Day. Yeah, this one is more leaning on the grungy side, and I really, really like that about it. So, really like this gold here. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at it, guys. And then we've got Body Language and Nap. I think that's the only two shimmers, and they're more like olive green shades. This is the formula that I really, really like. Seemed to improve at one point. I don't know what the newer palettes look like because I haven't ordered from them for a while, like I said. Really like Latex, Desire, Silk Sheets, and Vibin. So there's some of my favourite matte. So let's put them here. Oh, look at that khaki green though. And this mustard shade. And they're just kind of neutrals. Beautiful. Right, and then we've got the Menage a Moi. I think at the time I didn't really like that this much because I'd used like mauve tone palettes. I'd used quite a lot. I'd used the 9-pan one, Making Mauves, and then not long after the vote that I put up on my, I didn't even have a community tab at that point. I put it up somewhere and you guys voted for this. I think I just mentioned it in the video and you voted for me to use this. And to be honest, it's really, really light. The only darker shimmer is this one here, and I think that's why I don't really like it, because these two, you could kind of get away with using both these shades as inner corners. But let's just go through it. So we've got Frillist, Amour, and Miss You as the shimmers. Can you see what I mean? Miss You is gorgeous. So with Amour it does look nice, and then this one's an inner corner highlight, so you're not getting many options. So those two together look really, really nice, and then this one in the inner corner. And normally when I get new Colourpop palettes I try and do at least 3 looks with them. So I just struggled with it because I was kind of using the same shades over and over again. And then another thing that I don't like, because you can't actually use the glitters, I don't understand what Colourpop think that people are going to do. They buy eyeshadow palettes to use them as eyeshadows, and they put 2 glitters in. I'm going to do some swatches. I mean, the beautiful, beautiful glitters, guys. But I use them on my eyes for the video, but I don't really like to use their glitters. If something says not safe on the eye area, then I'm not going to use it because my eyes are sensitive. So just let me tell you what it is. So we've got Confess, and also Big T's. So that one there is Confess, that one's Big T's. Again, I'm not going to swatch them just purely because I won't be able to get them off my hand. As far as the mattes are deeper than the shimmers. I just wish they'd put in maybe a deeper shimmer like up here, because that one and that one are just so similar. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad palette. I'm not going to declutter it or anything like that. And again, it's packaging goals. Colourpop know what to do in regards to packaging, don't they? And you'll see the next thing here is another mauve tone palette, which I don't know. I mean, I like mauve toned eyeshadows, but I'm not really that interested in them, so I don't know why I've got so many mauve toned eyeshadow palettes. This one is really similar to both Making Mauves and Menage a Moi, so I don't need them all, but this, if I was going to get rid of one, I'd probably get rid of this Menage a Moi one, but because it's come as kind of a set, because these are a set, I don't really want to get rid of it. So I'm in a bit of a quandary about that. But this one is absolutely beautiful. It's the Flutterby palette. And I do actually prefer this one over that one, I think. Let me just see. At one point I was going to get rid of this. Right, see, that has kind of that deeper shade in that the Menage a Moi does. I feel like Colourpop are very repetitive. But that's my mistake as the consumer, you know. So that's those three shimmers. Another glitter that's similar to the one in the Menage a Moi. This one isn't though. This one's kind of a cool toned, I would say, grey shade or mauve toned shade. So that's the only difference really that sets it apart from the Menage a Moi palette, in my mind. And it does have the darker shades as well, and has some beautiful mauve toned mattes. I would say that my Lottie London shimmer formula is better than this and better than the Menage a Moi, and then the Making Mauves shimmer formula is better than both this palette and also the Menage a Moi, so I can kind of mix and match and just use the mattes in these palettes. So they're not going to complete waste. Then the last one, the last one here is from the Colourpop Wild Nothing collection. And I didn't know whether to get this one because everyone was saying, oh, it's so light, you know, it barely shows up on the skin. But I have got, I'm probably one of the most fairest people that you'll come across because my skin is so fair. I mean, you can see just how white I am. I'm like Casper. So that's that one. It does have some pretty shades, but it is, I agree with what people say. You have to build it up for it to be seen on the skin. But that's a really nice, like, olive green. That's a really nice peach. Then we've got some kind of Colourpop Super Shock ones, Sultan and Spirited, which are really nice. Sultan is nice. This one is really sheer. Spirited, they're not really showing up now because I've got a lot of glitter on my hands, but that's them. Right, so on the top row, guys, these ones are so light. This one and this one barely shows up. This one is really nice. That one's called Morningside. Vagabond is nice. Hot Springs is nice. And Come Together is really nice. And so is No Bounds. But I've run out of fingers. But you can see just how light they are on the fingers. So yeah, that's those. Right, so I've just got a few more now in my drawer. So let me go and grab them and then we'll be done. Okay guys, so I think, I don't know if I put these back in. At one point these were in another like magnetic palette. Let me see. So we've got two of the smaller palettes. Yeah, I put them back in. So this one is probably my favourite. It's the Just a Glitch. Right up my street with being a pastel lover. Love every single shade of this. So we've got Dial Up, can't see, Take a Bite, and what's that one? Chat Room. So I'll swatch the shimmers first. So they're the shimmers. This one has a white to blue shift. Right, so these ones are quite chunky, and in fact that one has a white to green shift. So they're really pretty, and then we'll do the mattes. That will do the mattes now. So we've got T9 and also HTML. Oh, look how pigmented they are though. look at that. That is so stinking pretty. Couldn't tell if it was focusing or not, because sometimes I lose focus with it. Right, and then I've got the Colourpop High Society palette. So I did a collab with Beauty Dreams by Naomi, my very good friend here on YouTube. I'm always talking about her, so if you're not already subscribed to her, I would love for you to head over to her channel and let her know that I've sent you. She'd really, really appreciate it. That's what it looks like, a really nice green palette. So again, we'll do the shimmers first. In fact, there's only 2 shimmers. Yeah, we'll still do the shimmers first, so it looks like that. So we've got Promise and can't see it. Is it? Oh, Promise and Bugging first. Now these are slightly better than the ones in the Just a Glitch. I mean, look at that chartreuse green there. You were like, yes, Andy, we get it. You like a good chartreuse green, but seriously, guys, I do. So that's those 2 shimmers there. Right, so now let me just do the mattes. Well, there's 1 sequin shade in there as well. So I'm going to tell you the names first. Looks like Fan Fave, then Don't Care, and Scene. And again, chartreuse green there with sequins in it. Can you see the sequins if I come closer? Probably not. You might be able to see it on the hand in a minute though. Really, really pretty. So we literally down to the last few palettes, and I'm hoping this video isn't going to be a nightmare to edit. I am going off on a tangent in the beginning, so kind of just ignore that. Right, so Plush Like Me. This is another one that I couldn't really get on board with. It's quite dark, or darker than what I'm used to. Love, love, love the packaging. I don't know why I bought it. I think I got it really, really cheap from Vinted, and that's why. Like, there's some shades in here that I really, really do love. I love this shade here, TLC. Love this shade here, Dep. But like these dark shades at the bottom, no, I can take them or leave them. I have used them in videos. Like I said, I tend to do 3 days, 3 looks. But let's show you the shimmers first. So we've got 4 in here by the looks of things. So that one, that one, that one, and that one. Beautiful shimmers, and they'd look really, really nice, like on me, maybe with a neutral crease. So this one is more bronze and it looks more olive green in the pan. Let me show you what I mean. Let me bring it a little bit closer. Like, to you, I mean, it might not be looking like it on camera, but in the pan it looks more olive green, whereas it's kind of more of a bronze shade. So I was disappointed with that. I really like that one, Dep, but that's kind of more of a brown, and that looked olive green as well in the pan. So this palette was definitely a letdown for me, I believe. But that's what it looks like. I'd probably be able to pass that up and not miss it if I'm being honest. I hate it though. I hate having to declutter things when I've spent my hard-earned money on it. So, one of my favourites, guys, this Limoncello palette. Not only for packaging, but the actual colour story is right up my street. It's definitely a bit of me. Love this yellow and green. They're kind of my favourite shades in this yellow. But we'll swatch these shimmers first. Let's go into the top section. Wow, look at that yellow and green though, guys. I think the yellow's called Limoncello. My god, they're amazing. So I'll just tell you the shades that I've just swatched. So we've got Fly Girl, Easy Peasy, And Easy Peasy's got a duochrome underneath. It's got kind of a green duochrome. I don't think the swatches will show that. Serenade, oh, it's called Serenade, and then that one's called Capri. And then we've got Touring, which is a nice inner corner highlight, I guess. The formula on these eyeshadow palettes with the bigger pans is the best formula that I've tried, in my opinion. What else do we have? We've got this nice blue here, La Festa. I've not wiped my hands off, let me do that, sorry. So, we've got the Grotto, Semifreddo, La Festa, and Lemons Squeezy up there. Really, really pretty mattes. Let's see if we can pop them here somewhere. Love that one there. Before summer's over, I'm hoping to bring that one out again, and if not use it on camera, because I've already used it on camera, at least use it off camera and do some nice pretty looks with it. So again, there's a close-up of it. That is just perfection. They released this a while ago. I didn't get it in the first release. I nearly didn't get it last year when they re-released it, but then I changed my mind at the last minute and got it from Beauty Boxes by Tammy. So it's the Hocus Pocus Gather Round Sisters palette. It is so much better than the newer one that they released last year. So that's what that looks like. I keep the packaging because that's pretty boring. All it's got on there is a cauldron, and I like the fact that it's got the sisters there. And then inside, oh my gosh, the packaging though, guys. I mean, it's got the three sisters there as well, and then this is what the palette looks like. Again, it's got those kind of like burgundy tones I tend to stay away from, but this shade here, which is called Yarbos, I really, really do like that. And I like Wench down here. I mean, I do like some of these shades. Let's just swatch them and let's try and reacquaint myself. Right, so that's what they look like. Yeah, I really do like those two shades actually. And then that one makes a nice inner corner highlight. And that green is probably my favourite shimmer. Yarbos. Right, so let me just talk you through what I've just swatched. Okay, so we went in with Yarbos first, and then these two, Tis Firm and Thackeray Binks and Wench. So they're really, really pretty. I really like this Bewitched shade here. It's kind of a really nice green. Oh, and Goodbye Cruel World, I really like that. That's also another shimmer. So that one. So that one there goes really nice with that. And then we've got another shimmer here. Really nice dark brown one to give you that smoky eye. So yeah, they're really, really pretty. Then we've only got two palettes left, guys. So this I know for sure I got off Colourpop. I made quite a big order and I got this one. People were saying that it wasn't that good and I wanted to try it. So it's the Truly Madly Deeply palette. Same packaging as the outer packaging. And this is what it looks like. It is pretty. Did I love it? No, not really. So we'll just do some swatches on the shimmers. There's one shade that I really like though. Which is this one here, which I've made a pig's ear of the swatches. So let me just tell you what shade that is. It's called Mr. Sandman, and it's in that purple palette that Colourpop do. Not the Lilac You a Lot, the other one. And then we've got this Jackpot one, which I haven't swatched. So basically what I swatched is Sweet Dreams, Blossom, Misty, and Mr. Sandman. And again, that's the shades there. And some of the mattes I like are Cutouts, Poodle, and then I like both these, but they're really similar, so it's pointless swatching them. I would say these probably are my favourite two mattes. So those two. I'm glad we're coming to an end, guys. I'm ready to just have a rest. Right, and then the last one is the only big palette I've got of theirs. And the reason I decided to get this, although I've got a lot of 9 pans, I don't have a lot of the like 9 pan colourful palettes. So I thought, like, I don't have the Blue Moon, I don't have the Orange You A Lot, I think it's called, or something like that. I don't have the pinky red one, the strawberry one that they came out with, and I have the Lilac You A Lot. You also get some dark purples in, so I just thought it would be a really nice palette. Wasn't overly impressed with it, guys, to be honest. Some of the eyeshadows are really nice, but wasn't overly impressed with it. I need to bring it out again. My friend Desi from Desi in a Daze did a gorgeous look with the grains, so I'll see if I can do something with this. So let's just do a couple of swatches. Some of them just feel really chunky, so those are a few shimmers. Right, so I've pretty much swatched the shimmers in the palette. I'm going to leave it there because that's quite a big palette. I don't really want to be swatching the mattes as well. There's plenty of swatches online if you wanted to look at the palette, but for me personally, you can't even see the entire palette. Let me zoom out. Yeah, it's better that. For me personally, I'm not a lover of this palette. I do need to use it one more time before I do the ranking video just to see where it's going to place. So yeah, I need to do a few looks with it, but again, that won't be on camera because I've already done looks with it on camera. I mean, did I swatch this yellow? Yeah, the yellow is really pretty and really pigmented, so that's nice. From recollection, I thought the mattes were a lot nicer than the shimmers. Let me just swatch a few mattes. So we've got this orange, got this green. Yeah, they do seem to be going on a lot better than this purple. Yeah, they're really pretty. So orange, that's a sequin shade, the green's a sequin shade, and the purple's a normal matte. Oh, they are so stinking pretty. So yeah, they go on really nicely. I think it's, for me personally, it's a shimmer formula. It's not the mattes. But yeah, we'll try it again and I'll see if I can reevaluate. And then just look out for the ranking video when I do my Colourpop ranking video. So up next after this will be the Colourpop singles I've got. I haven't got a huge amount of singles, but I don't want it to drag this video any longer than it already is. So I'm going to do them next, and then what I thought about doing after I've done that is, everyone loves cream blush at the moment, don't they? Everyone's on the cream face products trend, including myself, and I've got a load of cream blushes, so I was thinking maybe just swatching all my cream blushes and talking you through what I've got. Let me know if you think that's a good idea, and then eventually when I've got to grips with all the different formulas, I want to do a ranking video on my least favourite to favourite cream blushes. So just like this video and let me know your thoughts on it. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It means the absolute world to me. Please like, comment, share and subscribe, because it really does help get my channel out there and puts me into the YouTube algorithm. We all know how hard it is if you've got a smaller channel to get our channel out there, to get it noticed, so I would appreciate any help that you could give me on that, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.